Welcome YouTubers, I'm Michelle and I have not made a video in forever and a day, so I figured today would be as good a day as any. Today I'm going to show you a quick meal that I make with radishes that I turn into noodles. And since I don't know exactly what to call this, it's just kind of a hodgepodge of meals. This is what we're going to be having. In here I have 2 pounds of julienne radish noodles. This is just the red radish. I have 1/4 each of a piece of red, yellow, and orange pepper, and 1 medium-sized onion diced. I have 1 chicken breast from a rotisserie chicken chopped up, approximately 2 cups of broccoli, not even 1/4 of a carrot that's been diced up, and possibly about 1 cup or so of green beans that I had left over. Now, for those of you asking how I make my radishes, and of course I don't have my radish here. Yes, there it is. This is the tool that I like to use. This was made with just your plain, ordinary red radish. You can use any kind of radish you have, but I find the red ones are very easy to find. And let's see if I can get this working right. All you do, hold on, just hold on to it. And I'm not sure if you can see this since I can't see what's going on. Is just turn and the noodles come out. For me to do approximately 2 pounds of the teeny tiny radishes, it took me right about 10 minutes. Now you can use a daikon radish, which are much longer, and it's very easy to get the noodles, and if you don't have this kind of a tool, you can easily use an OXO or any other kind of julienne zester that you have. I got this for maybe $6 or $7 at Bed Bath & Beyond, and with my coupon it came out a little bit less. This is now being carried at Bed Bath & Beyond for right around $25, and if you have a coupon, that's just great. What you have left over after you run your red radishes through, look a little bit like mushrooms. I like to actually toast these in a little bit of butter, or even throw them into a soup with mushrooms. Now, I've had my heat on low. Let's see if I can get this to stay. I am completely unprepared as far as getting my camera to work. I haven't had this problem before, but I've not used my camera in a very long time. I'm going to add a little bit of ghee to my pan, and you can see it's actually quite hot because it changed right away as far as its color. What I'm going to add, I have approximately 3 cloves of garlic that have already been minced. I have a knob about this big of fresh ground turmeric and of ginger about the same size. And actually I'm going to throw in my onions and my peppers first. And let them soften up just a little bit. Once these get a little bit soft and very fragrant, you can smell them. You go ahead and you add your ginger and your turmeric and garlic. On this side, what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to make the sauce that I'm going to put over it. For this, I have 1 can, or from a can, I have 1/2 cup of coconut milk. I have 2 tablespoons of chunky almond butter, that I'm having trouble getting out. 1.5 tablespoons of coconut aminos and 1 tablespoon of coconut vinegar in here. And this is the curry powder I'm going to use. It's Maharaja from Penzeys. And I'm going to use a teaspoon of this. But you can use more or less, and whatever kind of curry powder you like. Honestly, I do everything by kind of like taste, so if you want a little more or a little less, or you want to change that spice out altogether, you're more than welcome to. And I'm going to stir this up real well and try not to make a mess. You want to get it nice and smooth. And this is going to go in kind of like the last minute. Almost getting to the point where I can smell the vegetables. And you can see that I'm a very messy person, so obviously this isn't done to perfection. There. I think that looks good. I'll taste. I'm going to add a pinch of salt. And I'm going to add some cracked pepper when I'm no longer holding on to the camera. You can also add some fresh lime. I'm going to add lime and cilantro at the last minute, mainly because my husband does not like it, even though I do. Wow, I can't hold on to anything today. Okay, and I still have this on low, which is why it's not heating up the way it should. I'm going to turn this to high. And it is softening up quite a bit. Go ahead and add my ginger, garlic, and turmeric. Oh, it smells so good cooking in the ghee. And just give that a nice turn. The turmeric will make everything this really pretty, bright golden color. My little one's dancing around in the other room. Oh, it smells really, really good. Next, I'm going to throw in, because I want them to get a little bit softer, is the radish. Now, I did add a little bit of salt to my radish. I don't know if you can see, but it's let go some of its liquid. Just to give it a little bit firmer texture. And you can see that the noodles come out really, really nice running them through. And this is just your plain red radish you can find at any grocery store during any time of year. And one of the things I love about them, they're really not that expensive. Some places you can find them, heck, probably Walmart, maybe $1. I like to get mine at the farmer's market, and they absolutely know that I love radishes. They'll actually let me know as soon as I get there that they don't have them if they're running low. Another reason why I really like the radish is because unlike the zucchini noodles, the zucchini noodles kind of deteriorate after a while. This is almost the same kind of texture that you would have for a cooked carrot noodle. It's a bit firmer and has a little bit more bite to it, almost like an al dente pasta. I like the zucchini noodles. I like the cabbage noodles too. I know that was asked about today. And honestly, for me, it depends on what I'm having. If cabbage is going to pair well with the dish, then obviously I will use cabbage. But if I'm wanting something with a little bit more bite, especially a stir-fry, well, I'm not even going to say this is a true stir-fry. It really does. It depends on what it is you want it to mix with. I think when you cook radish, a lot of times it does not really have any flavor. Like, you can cook some of the heat off from it, and I think it absorbs the flavor real well. But I probably should have cut my noodles a little. They are actually very long, a lot longer than what you would expect from a radish. It smells so good. And this should cook up rather quickly, actually, since it really is just your vegetables. I'm going to add my carrot to crunch and my broccoli pieces and my green beans. And again, this is a hodgepodge dish. You can add whatever you like to it. My kids love vegetables, and I always have a ton in the refrigerator. This is probably going to feed me and my husband, both of my kids, and likely there will be just enough left over for him to take for lunch tomorrow. If my kids don't eat as much as I expect them to eat, then they will probably have enough to where I can have lunch tomorrow too. And because, actually this should steam up really nice, I don't even need a lid for that. Now, because the chicken's already cooked, I'm not going to add that until pretty much the last minute to heat through. And then I'm going to pour my sauce over the top of it. I want to steam the vegetables just a little bit in here. I don't want them really soft, but I want them to keep a lot of their texture. And look, you can see how the noodles are holding up very well, even with stirring and mixing. And I'm going to run out of video. So, our battery. Really haven't used this for a while. So I'm going to go ahead and add my chicken now. Now all this has is just the garlic, some salt, ginger, and the turmeric. If you don't have turmeric, you don't have to use turmeric. And if you don't want to make a coconut sauce for it, this would be just as delicious with a little bit of soy sauce or coconut aminos or Bragg's liquid aminos, whatever you'd like to use for that slight Asian flavor, a little bit of fish sauce and some cilantro and chili pepper. And honestly, you can change this exact dish up so many different ways. Add some melted cream cheese and some chicken stock to it, and you have more of an Alfredo type dish, which would have been really, really good too. I'm going to go ahead and add my sauce. Oh, it smells so good! I'm going to mix that up. I'm going to turn the heat down a little too. I'm trying to get the rest of our vegetables to steam a little, but they're getting that bright green color. And you just want the sauce to thicken up a little. And my battery is going to die any minute now. So, add a little bit of pepper, a little bit of fresh lime juice, and then just sprinkle on a little bit of cilantro. And there you have it. A really quick meal that took me, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes to put together. I hope you all enjoy and have a great day. Hope to see you again soon. Bye.